What up, everyone? Welcome back to Track Stories. Hope you enjoyed the last one about Unified Divide. Today we are talking about My Backbone. This track actually had some time on it well before this album actually ever got released. When we were doing the album release show for Undefined, before the show, obviously when you're doing an album, you have taken the time to record it and get everything prepped long before the release show. Well, we had been sitting on the other material for a little while, and we were kind of already excited to the idea of writing new material for everything going forward. So we decided what we wanted to do to our manager at the time, Matty. We wanted to actually surprise him. He didn't know that we were working on any new material. And between this track and another track, we surprised him with the two at the album release show for Undefined. And at that point in time, My Backbone was actually titled Ball Kicker, because we hadn't landed on permanent vocals yet. We hadn't landed, obviously, on a title or anything like that. But this all started, the reason we were able to get the song written and ready for the show so quickly is that it actually originated with a bass riff that Chad had been sitting on well before Controller was even a thought, let alone conceived, in one of his old projects, and he never got to utilize it. And it was a riff that he had gotten a chance, if I remember correctly, he had gotten a chance to actually show to his grandfather before his grandfather had passed. And his grandfather, if I remember correct, had made a comment about how much he enjoyed that riff and thought how pretty it was and everything. So it was a very sentimental riff to Chad, and he had never gotten a chance to actually utilize it at any point. So he kind of gave us the background of that. It was something that was really easy for all of us to groove on and attach to. So it gave us a helping hand that we already knew someplace to start. We weren't starting completely from scratch because he had already been sitting on that. So we had gotten the instrumental completely done, I think, with about a week or so before the release show. Obviously, you sometimes need a little bit more time when it comes to vocals, just to make sure you got everything the way that you want. So the vocals that we played at the album release show definitely were nowhere close to the finished vocals that we put onto the album. But the track was very much a surprise for Matty and for everybody else there, and we had to make it a point because we had a few people come up after the show and ask if that track was on the album that they were picking up, and we had to actually, unfortunately, kind of break a few hearts and inform them, sorry, this is a brand new track, and you'll have to wait until whenever we get in to record the new album to actually get your hands on it. So it, I think it was only about a year and a half between the album release, though, to when we finally dropped this one. So it wasn't, in our opinion, a horribly long time for those people who have to wait for it. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you in the next episode.